Hi everybody, it's Sandy Bakos here, and I'm going to try to move my screen around here a little bit. I'm fighting with the light today. It is very cloudy out, and we had tons and tons of rain yesterday. We've still got standing water in our front yard and our backyard. And it's not raining right now, but it's very cloudy. So lighting is an issue. I've got the light on my desk here in front of me. It's the way to get the best light on the cross stitch. And I think that we're just going to have to put up with the glare on my glasses. So please bear with me. Today is Friday. It's Good Friday, March 30th. And the weather sucks, to put it bluntly. I don't know what is. You would think with Easter being Sunday that we'd be having some decent weather, but we're not. In the forecast for the next week is a lot of days in the high 30s, and they're even talking snow. So I don't like to hear that. I want to hear 50s, sunshine, but I guess I'm dreaming. So let's get started. I want to welcome everybody. If you're new, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Please subscribe, like, comment. I love comments. And if you have been here before, welcome back. Glad to have you also. I have a couple of things to get out of the way. I'm going to get the sad stuff and the bad stuff out of the way first, and then move on and only have positive stuff in the rest of the video. First of all, if you saw my video last week and then watched the addendum to that video, you'll know that Olivia had an allergic reaction to her chemo, and her throat closed up, and they had to hurry and get a medical team to help her, and she was admitted to the hospital. I haven't heard anything more, so I'm assuming that she's probably home by now and that all is well. And so we'll just ask to keep the good thoughts and the prayers coming from her. Sadly, I have to report that Brian, who I've been asking for prayers for, passed away. He beat his illness, and they had said that he was going to be fine, and he was actually in rehab, had just stood up and went down, and that was it. It was a blood clot. So please keep his family in your prayers and good thoughts. They're really, I talked to his mother on Monday. She's really having a hard time with this. So please, just prayers and good thoughts. Now I'm going to leave that. Oh, I do have one other thing I need to mention. Not a big deal, I don't think, but I did want to ask for some prayers and good thoughts for myself. You know, I told you I've been kind of antsy, feel like I have jumping beans inside of me. Well, and I had this swelling in my neck and pain and stuff, and so pain up around my jaw, and so I went to the doctor. They did give me medication for the anxiety, but of course that takes a little while to start working. They said probably about a month, but I'm going to hope that it starts doing something sooner rather than later. They were concerned, however, about this swelling and pain in my neck, so they sent me for an ultrasound, and I had that done the same day. They wanted it done the same day, so I had that done the same day. And then they contacted me and said that I now have to have a CAT scan done. And if you know, last summer I was having all kinds of tests done for swollen lymph node down in my stomach area and stuff near the spleen. But they told me that the heart is kind of like a delineating area that usually any lymph nodes that are a problem below the heart will not have anything to do with lymph nodes that are swelling above the heart. So they said they don't think the two are related in any way. This is something new. And so they're going to follow up on this and check it out. So please, I don't know when the CAT scan is going to be. They said they wanted it done within 10 days and they would call me and tell me when it was scheduled. So just keep me in your thoughts and prayers that we get some good results from the CAT scan and not anything serious. So now I'm leaving all that behind, moving on. I told you this year is the year of positivity, and that's how I'm trying to look at this. So, okay, we have Easter coming up on Sunday. Happy Easter to everybody. If you celebrate Easter, if you don't, happy whatever. Happy Sunday. I have a couple of short little stories to tell you about Easter from many, many years ago when my kids were little. And I think these are hilarious, but, you know, we'll see. At one time when Easter came around at our other house where we lived, when our kids were really little, it had snowed overnight. And when I got up in the morning and I looked out the dining room window, I saw all these little bunny tracks in the snow. The little bunnies had been out there walking around in the backyard. So when my kids got up, I told them that the Easter bunny had been there, took them to the window and showed them the tracks out there. They bought it. They were so excited, went looking for their baskets because we always hid their baskets. And so I kept that secret. I don't think I ever did tell them the truth about that one, but I thought it was kind of funny. And then another time we used to have at the mall that was in our area, they used to have the Easter bunny there every Easter time. And the one year we went to take the kids to get their pictures taken with the Easter bunny. And we stood in line and we got up there and the kids, one kid on one side and one kid on the other side of the Easter bunny's lap. And the Easter bunny's talking away and the Easter bunny looks up at me and says, "Hi, Sandy, how are you doing?" My kids are looking at me. They're looking at the Easter bunny and they're like, "Oh, the Easter bunny knows Mom." Well, I hear it was a friend of mine who was in the Easter bunny suit, but I didn't know. I recognized her voice, but I didn't know until she spoke that it was her. And I'll tell you what, it really raised my, what do you call it? My kids thought that I was it. I mean, I knew the Easter bunny, and that was, they were so good for days after that. But I just thought that was kind of a funny story. Okay, how many of you saw the property tour? It was really cold that day I was out there and the wind was blowing, but I managed to do it. My hands were so cold by the time I got back upstairs, or back in the house, up the stairs and into the house. I had to get me a hot cup of coffee and wrap my hands around it to warm them up. But I really did enjoy doing the tour for you all, and I hope you enjoyed it. And to the person who wants to paint the building, I have your email saying, you know, giving me that you'd like some pictures because you'd like to paint it. And I will get to that when it dries up. It's just, we've had rain now for several days in a row. And yesterday, it just poured all day long. And like I said, we got a lot of standing water out in the yard and stuff. So when it dries up, I'll go down there, take some pictures, and I will email those to you. Let's see. I had a lot of nice comments about it, and I plan to do another tour of the property once all the foliage fills out, the trees are all full and everything, and you will see how much of a difference a month or two will make in what it looks like out there. Okay, now I won somebody's giveaway. Nana's Needles had her, I believe it was her 2,000 subscriber giveaway, and congratulations, Andy, 2,000 subscribers. I can't even imagine, but Andy she's awesome. And I won the prize, and oh my gosh, what a prize. Wait till you guys see this. I was just absolutely thrilled when I got this. All right, first of all, a Mama Joan bag. And this bag, and I'll turn it around so you can see the bag. It's a beautiful bag, just awesome, and filled with all of this stuff. And so now I will show you what she sent me. And now that I've shown it to you, I'm going to get to use some of this stuff. Okay, she sent me a little package with some teas in it. And there's French vanilla, and I love French vanilla. And then the other one that's in here is something I've never had, so I can't wait to try it. And it is hot cinnamon spice. Doesn't that sound interesting? So I look forward to trying those sooner rather than later. I'm going to set those over here. And then chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate? My husband, as soon as he saw this, he was like, oh, I got to have some of that right now. And I said, no, you can't. And then I told him that they were flavored chocolates because he doesn't like flavored chocolate. So mine, only mine. Okay, then this lanyard that matches the bag. Really cool. Whoops, got to get it in the shot there. Then, oh, let's see, a really cute card. I mean, look at this. Isn't that cute? And the chicken down there. And I think that, yep, there's two chickens down there. There's a little one down there. So cute. Love it. And then this little tool. It's called a boo-boo stick. And I was just, I was thinking, this is for like when you've frogged and you get that residual thread that's left there, and then you can use this to clean that off of there. And I was thinking, boy, I wished I had this about a week ago. I had to pull out a few stitches, and I had that problem where there was like, I'd gotten all the thread out, but there was like this residual there. I don't know what the deal was with that, but anyways, boo-boo stick. And then these beautiful flosses, and I'll try to, these are Gentle Arts, and I'll try to hold them all up here. And Gentle Arts, and yeah, they're all Gentle Arts. Beautiful, just beautiful. Do I have them up there where you can see them? Beautiful. I'm thrilled beyond words over all this stuff. And some size 26 needles. And I like 26s because you can kind of use those on 14 count, 16 count, and 18 count. So never hurts to have those. And then, of course, here is the card showing that this is a authentic Mama Joan bag. And then the charts. This one here, which is Blue Ribbon Designs, and this was number 3 in a series. And I've really taken an interest lately in little houses or big houses, and so I look forward to stitching that. And then Old Glory, isn't that nice? and that is the Stitches Through Time. And I really look forward to doing that one. It's a little bit out of the ordinary of the types of cross stitch that I do, but it's always good to do something a little bit different, because what I'm finding is if I do go out of what I normally stitch and do something like that, I find out, ooh, I really do like that. And kind of like with Quaker Diamonds. I thought it was pretty, but I'd never done anything like that before, and I love it. Absolutely love stitching that. So I know that I am really going to love this one. Cherry Stitches. Sweet Land of Liberty. And Andy's, when she did this one, it was beautiful. So that, along with my Mama Joan bag, I am just absolutely thrilled. And Andy, I thank you so much for pulling my name. I am just going to enjoy every bit of this. The threads, the candy, the tea, the charts. I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. I guess I can't say that enough. Get a drink of tea here. I forget what I have today. Oh, vanilla chai. Okay, next thing. I have an FFO. Remember the kittens that I stitched? Well, here we go. It's a wrap. And what I did was I had, and I don't know if I showed you this on a video or not, but I was at the dollar store one day and they had these like little blocks. They're wooden, and they had a design on the front. I think this one said something about blueberries, and it was only like $3. And so what I did was I stapled it onto, I'm getting pretty good with that stapler too. I stapled it onto the block. There was enough, I had enough fabric all the way around to cover all the sides. And it probably could have been a little, well, I don't know, not much tighter. I stretched this thing really, really hard. And I had my husband pick up, he goes to this, it's called Glenn's Surplus, and it's quite a ways away, but he goes there quite often to look for stuff. And I had him pick up these clipper things that, well, not clippers, but they I don't know what you call them. They have a handle on them, and you open them and put them on, and they hold stuff really, really tight. And it really helps when you're trying to stretch your cross stitch over something. So I had him pick me up, and I asked him yesterday, next time he goes, could he pick me up some more? So this is a finish, and I like it. I'm happy with it. Okay, I worked on a few whips, and the first one that I worked on, I was working on this last weekend for the cross stitch finish line. Dang bra straps. I don't know if it's me or the bras. Worked on this for cross stitch finish line stitchathon, and so this is where I'm at on Quaker Diamonds, and I'm loving it. I almost am at the end of the page over here. Got a little more to do, and then I will be finished with the top and be ready to move on down into the bottom. But I am loving it. So, and I was running out of this, I think it's hazelnut, and I think it's Weeks Dye Works. I was running out of that particular color. Still had some, but I stopped at the local store uptown, cross stitch shop, and I picked up another skein of that and purchased a couple of Q-snips. Okay, and that is on 14 count. It's a Jobelin Ada. The color is Dense Fog. Hand dyed. I don't know if I said that. Okay, I also worked on Japanese Garden, and Japanese Garden to me is coming right along. And there we go. And with all the false starts that I had on this, to be where I'm at right now, I'm really pleased. I'm happy with it. And I love stitching it. Those colors are so soothing to me when I'm stitching. So I think I'll be pulling this out quite often, even if I don't stitch like a whole bunch of days on it, just to pull it out and maybe stitch on it a day here and there. It helps calm me and makes me feel better. I guess I'm drawn to those colors, and I think that's why I bought the pattern to begin with. Okay, I haven't had this one out in a while, and I got it out, so I thought I'd show you the picture just to remind you. Frederick the Literate. And this is where I've got to on that, and this is what I've been currently stitching on. Pulled it out of the Q-snap this morning, and try to get my threads over here out of the way. But there's where I'm at on Frederick the Literate. And this is a fun stitch too. I like this. I think I'm going to have to move my Q-snap over a little bit and start going back and doing a little bit of the back stitch, because if I save too much back stitch and then go back and try to catch up, then I don't like it. I don't know that it's that I don't like back stitch, is that depending on the project, sometimes the back stitch can just be a pain in the butt, like with my Paula Vaughn Spring Garden Spot, which I have not touched to put any back stitches in it. I also have not picked up this past week the Scarecrow to back stitch, and there's a reason for that, and that is the anxiety. I went to pull it out, but with that feeling inside of me, backstitching is not what I need to do right now. I need to be able to do that soothing X, 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 X. That's the way it is for me right now. So I've accepted that, and when the medication kicks in and I'm doing better, I'll get that out and I'll do the backstitching on that. Okay, that's all the whips I worked on, but I did have a new start. So I'm going to get that out here right now. And I started Cheery Alphabet. I've never really done a sampler, and I thought this one looked really, really simple. And I don't know if you would call Quaker Diamonds a sampler because it has all the motifs on it or not. I'm not really versed in what you consider a sampler and what you don't. But this one I thought, like I said, was simple, and it would be a good start for that. And so I started that, and I had a paper clip up here to tell me this is the top when I started. Okay, and this is on 18 count Fiddler's Light Ada, and I've never used this fabric before, this Fiddler's Light, but I love it. And this is the one where I couldn't get, because this is old, this is out of an old magazine, I couldn't get all of the called for colors. So what I did was I went to the store, and I tried to match from what it said the color description was. So I think I don't have the thing right here, but there was a couple of them. The blue was one of them that I had to change. So I think the blue and the green, they're all variegated except for the border. The border is the only solid color DMC that's in there. But I am enjoying that. And that shouldn't, if I sat down and worked on that, I could probably kick that one right out. As I get down further, there are some fractionals in there, quarter stitches and 3/4 stitches. Not sure how well they're going to work on the Ada, but we're going to. I did it with the Spring Garden Spot, that Paula Vaughn. There was hundreds of quarter stitches in there, and I did it, so I should be able to do it on this. All right, let me see, where am I at? Okay. I think the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to give you the list Flosstubers that are in my subscription list. And just each week I'll just tell you some of the ones. Now these are ones I'm subscribed to. I may not necessarily watch every single one of them every time they put a video out. And some of these have videos few and far between, but they're on my list. So they're people that I felt I liked enough to subscribe to. Okay, and I will list them all in the description area also. Stitching in the Sun. If I remember correctly, I think Australia, but I'm not sure. Stitching in Sequins, McKenna. Stitching Donna, which I think is Scotland. I apologize if that's wrong. Stitchin by the Lake, Marlene. Stitchin with the Dachshund. Stitcherista. Stitchabella. Shelley the Moonlight Stitcher. Shazie C. So Createful. Sometimes it's like if I could talk, I could do these videos a lot quicker. Seaswept Life and Schoolhouse Stitcher. So those are the ones. I'm going alphabetical, starting at the bottom and going to the top. So those are the ones that I listed this week. Okay, next thing, charts. The teddy bear chart got claimed by the original person who won it. So I can't remember whether I've already sent that one out or not. I have several charts here that I need to get sent out. I was waiting for addresses. I think I have everybody's address now. I am behind on my email. I went through the email this morning to make sure that I had addressed every single comment that was asking for a chart for this time. I am 99.9% positive that I got through all the comments and got everybody down on the list. But I didn't go in and answer the ones where people sent me the addresses. I will get to that. I apologize for being so slow, but I just, with this anxiety and then with the pain and stuff that I've had with these lymph nodes and everything, I just haven't, I've been really, really tired, and some days just really haven't felt too good. So please bear with me, and hopefully I'll get better at keeping up with this stuff. All right, now these are the winners for the charts for the ones I showed last week. Whoa, let's just throw them around a little bit. Okay, the 40 chart. This was won by Shelley, the Moonlight Stitcher. Shelley, I have your address. And the Santa plate, only one person asked for the Santa plate, so it's going to Verpy R. And Verpy also won, and as I told you last week, sometimes someone may get two if they win the one, and then they've only person that asked for another chart, they'll get both of them. So she won the rose chart also. So Verpy, I have your address. Okay, the cityscape was won by Susan Oberfell. And Susan, I have your address, so I will get that out to you. Uncle Sam was won by Belinda Z. And Belinda, I believe I have your address, so I'll go ahead and get that out to you, hopefully sooner rather than later. And the tissue packs, only one person requested that, and that's going to Country Tapestry. I did not have any requests for the Littlest Angels, so I will put that one aside, and If anybody sees it today and wants it, let me know. Otherwise, it will go into the charts that I'm putting back to show again sometime in the future when I've gone through this other stuff. All right, so I think I have everybody's address except not sure about Country Tapestry. So if I don't have your address, please send me an email. My email will always be in the description area. All right, I have some things to show you this time. I'm continuing to go through the magazines and go through some of the stuff that my friend had given me when she destashed to move. This is just a chart only, and it says good, better, best, never rest till good be better and better best. And there's no actual picture for this. There is the floss list and the sizes. It does not give a stitch count, just a design size, and then tells you the fabric size. So there's that one. If anybody's interested in that one, just let me know that you want to stitch the girl. Okay, this is one that I did. It's out of the Stony Creek collection, 1991. And if you remember, I have shown this as something I did when I printed the chart off. I never marked the chart. I just did it without marking the chart. So I don't want to get rid of the book yet. So it's the Camaro. It's on 2 pages. And I think I have those held up so that it looks like a car. And I really enjoyed stitching this. The colors are beautiful. It comes out like a maroon color. And so if you are interested in this, just tell me you'd like to stitch the Camaro. The stitch size on this is 137 wide by 75 high. And everything that you need to do it is on these 2 sheets. This one here is the picture. Put it up there where you can see it. And this one is called Teddy Bears. And actually, I think there's more than one chart here. Yes, there's Good Morning Bear and Good Night Bear. So the one that I showed you there just now was Good Night Bear, and this is Good Morning Bear. And the charts are there for those. So if you're interested in these, tell me you'd like to stitch the teddy bears. Okay, next one are these blue flowers. And I think that it's just the chart for the flowers. Yeah. So if you're interested in that, tell me you'd like to stitch the blue flowers. And then these, I believe that there are the charts for both of these, yes. I'll show you that one first. Get it up there where you can see it. And then show you the balloons. So there's 2 charts here. And if you're interested in this one, this is called Summer Pleasures, so tell me you'd like to stitch Summer Pleasures. And this one, the picture is a little bit small, so I will try to get it up here close enough to where you can see it. Very. And this one is called Lily Maiden. And this is a very, very detailed chart. Very, very detailed. And also you get the chart for this because they're on back-to-back pages. The flamingos. And so if you are interested in stitching either one of those, please tell me you'd like to stitch Lily Maiden. Lily, L-I-L-Y, Maiden, M-A-I-D-E-N. And you'll get the flamingos too. All right, I think, where's my notes? Did I bury my notes? What did I do with my notes? Boy, I tell you, I am just not together. Oh, here they are. I moved them over there. Yep, that's everything. So I'm going to wish everybody again happy Easter. I hope you have a really good stitching week. I really intend to try to be as positive as possible about everything that's going on. And I hope everybody else has positivity going on in their life. So, without further ado, I'm going to let you all go and tell you that hopefully I will see you next Friday. So, take care. Bye, everybody.